What's going on, good people? How we doing? Happy Saturday to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good start to their weekend. Before we get started, let me know if the audio is good. Let me know if the visual is good. How's everybody doing? Welcome back home to the family reunion for the New York Giants. But how's everybody doing, man? For real. Hopefully everybody's had a good start to their weekend. If you're working on a Saturday, blessings up for you. But yeah, let me know if I'm good in the comment section. We got a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of things to talk about. You guys see the thumbnail, playoffs with the question mark. I think this is going to be one of those debate type of episodes is what we're doing. We definitely going to debate about a couple of things. I'm gonna check the temperature in the room too, to see how we thinking, man. Make sure you hit the like button before you step in the room. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right, let me get a quick roll call going. Shout out to Luann in the building. She said, "Yeah, what's going on, Luann?" Tony Benino in the building. What's going on, Tony? He says, "Looks like most podcasters are urging the Giants to trade down, but who knows what Harbaugh is going to do? We don't know. We don't know for sure." Hart and Finish Kendall's in the building. What's going on? My man Stacy in the building. What's going on, Stacy? Real G, what's going on? He says, "What's good, Big Dash? Evan Neal will be a starter." I hope not. I hope not. Let's not do that. Tony Benino says Sonny Styles may not be available at 5. It's possible. It's possible. Some teams might take him. Tennessee might take him. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping they take Love, though. I'm hoping they take Love so we can stop this, whatever we got going on with Jeremiah Love and the Giants fan base. We gotta pump the brakes a little bit. Luann says, "I want another top wide receiver." Shout out to my man Brandon in the building. My man Joe says, "A new wide receiver, let Dart cook." Yeah, I think he gets another one. I think we get another one. That room is not complete at all. We got a bunch of guys on 1-year deals, so we definitely need to draft a wide receiver for sure. Kelvin in the building said, "Let's go." What it do? Been waiting all day for this. I've been waiting all day for this too, Kelvin. We got something in common. I've been waiting all day for this. Get to talk to my people. What's going on? Get to talk to the family. Mike Fanta in the building. Barry in the building. Leo Luca, what's going on? He's in the building. Thank you, Fabian. Let me know that I'm good. Neighbors, the GOAT is in the building. He says, "What's good?" He says, "Big Dad, I haven't turned in so long. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Happy you're here." Kenya in the building. Mo in the building. Mr. February in the building. Everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that's already in the building. Deb is in there. What's going on, Deb? Old School Giant is in the building. What's going on? Marcus McKeitha says that's a fire-ass music intro. Shout out to my man, Nove9, man. Nove9 made that beat. He's the only other person that got beats on my channel besides my son. So shout out to Nove9. He out there doing this thing. Yeah, he made that intro beat too. I heard it. I said, "Yeah, I need that." I said, "I need that for sure." Mr. Ferry said, "Mock draft tonight." Let's see, man. Let's see what happens, man. We got time. We might be able to do that, man. If the bandwidth want to act right, I should say, then we should be good. My man Joe with the $5 super chat says, why are you hyping up this season like Paul Latino and Blackface? You know how this ends, right? You saw the thumbnail. You saw the question mark after it. I'm not hyping it up. This is a question. It's a debate. It's a debate. And forget what I'm thinking. Again, I'm riding with Harbaugh right now. Harbaugh said the playoffs. I want to see the playoffs. I do. We still got a lot of things to do though. We got the draft coming up. We still got to finish out free agency. We still don't got a defensive tackle, but it's a question, and I'm gonna ask this question for sure. I'm gonna pull the topics up in a second. Vaporize in the building says, "I can't wait. Draft talk. Got predictions. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get right." You need to talk to Joe first, man. We're gonna get right this year. Tell Joe we're gonna get right this year, and it won't just be me jumping out the window. It might actually be real results. Real results. Luann says she want Tate. All right. Okay. You're shout out to Prophet in the building. See Mooley in the building. He says, "What's good, Dash? I have a thought. OBJ could replace Hyatt on the vet minimum deal." Let me talk about that, right, man? So I think everybody has seen the clip so far. Flag football. Odell Beckham back in the end zone with a one-handed catch, and it made people reminisce. I'm seeing people on Twitter saying, "Sign Odell now," off of a one-hand grab in a flag football game. I understand the nostalgia again. OBJ is on the wall back here. You see him back there next to Lawrence Taylor. Big OBJ fan, man. He's gonna have to do more than that, man. We'll see what happens though. I wouldn't hate against it though. I wouldn't hate. We need as much help as possible. We need a leader in that room too, and I think he's matured. And I think he can be a leader in that wide receiver room because Darius Slayton ain't it for sure. He's not. Nobody's going to listen to Darius either. Thomas, what's going on? Thomas said, "Sound good, Dash." He said, like what you did so far with the low capital and free agency. He says, still need a corner. Oh yeah, wait till you see. Yeah, wait till you see my topics. But still need a cornerback, DT, linebacker, guard, and wide receiver. You're absolutely right. We got a lot of holes still. A lot of holes to fill still. Vaporizer said, "I can't wait to." Oh yeah, hold on. Where to go? Stacy said, "Who do you really want at 5? And if they're not there, do we trade back? I really want Sonny Styles at 5. I really do. Depending on what the offer is too. Trading back is on the board for me. The more draft capital, the better. The more draft capital, the better. Coacher says, "What's good, Big Dash? If Styles not there at 5, trade down point blank. That's where I'm at. Shout out to everybody. My man Xavier in the building. How the family doing, Xavier? How everybody doing over there?" Luann says, "I look forward to this after I get off of work." I'm glad you're able to go home, kick your shoes off, relax, and then join. Joe, man. He said, "Boo. You don't want to go to the playoffs, Joe? Or you just don't want to drink the Kool-Aid too soon?" I get it. Listen, how many times we've been wrong? Well, how many times I should say that I've been wrong? I ain't worried about it. I'm never going to let myself down. High hopes till there ain't no hopes is how I'm running it. Jessa, what's going on, Jessa? Dennis, what's going on, Dennis? He says, "Only New York Giants content on right now. Thanks for everything you do." I'm the only one on right now. You sure? Now I think Bad Dog's doing I think he's doing a Laker game, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's doing basketball right now. But shout out to all the Giant content creators out there. Jessa says, "In the house from Oklahoma this evening." Shout out to Oklahoma. All right. I'm bringing up the topics, man. We got something to get into that's fresh on my mind. So give me a second. Let me go ahead and get the graphic up, get things situated. So actually, I'm not going to talk about Abdul Carter's new number yet. For those people that are active on Twitter, since Brian Dable has been hired to the Tennessee Titans, and since they have signed so many ex-New York Giants players, there's been a back and forth with Tennessee. And I didn't know that there was a such thing as a Giants and Titans rivalry. Just like last year, outside of us beating the Broncos in the Super Bowl in the 80s, I really didn't think that there was a rivalry between the Giants and the Broncos. But here we are, this whole Titans and Giants thing that's happening, and their fan base just is, for the first time I can say honestly, it's not New York Giants starting it. It's not us starting the trouble when it comes to the Titans. Like you got Dable. Fine, be happy with Dable. You don't have to say anything else about my team, about my players, about my coaching staff. Don't say nothing else, but they can't let things live. So guess what? They want that type of energy. I guess we're gonna have to give them that type of energy. But I don't know where this thing started. And then I'm watching clips, and I think it was like an introductory interview with Wan'Dale Robinson. And, he said some things about the quarterback position with the New York Giants. And I'm like, okay, cool, because he said certain things. But then the Titans fans again ran with it and said, Wan'Dale Robinson finally has a quarterback. And I put, like, at the bottom of the tweet, I'm like, y'all just can't live without throwing jabs at people. And then it became an argument saying about who's better, Cam Ward or Jackson Dart. So that's the first thing I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section. I already think I know where it's going. Right now, who would you rather have, Cam Ward or Jackson Dart? I don't even think I really need to ask that question, but I'm just saying. I'm getting a little bit fed up with these guys, man. And then somebody said, "Oh, you get used to Jeffrey Simmons." I'm like, I got a Dexter Lawrence. Why I'm worried about Jeffrey Simmons? I'm not at all. But I just think that it's funny how somebody that we're not even worried about, didn't even talk about, don't even care about him. When Brian Dable goes to the Titans, who cares? I don't care. And when it came to Wan'Dale Robinson, I was one of the first people saying, you know what, go ahead, Wan'Dale, get your money, get paid. I'm happy for you. And then what's the first thing people talk about is the Giants, not about you know, Tennessee and the fans and how the great state or the barbecue's fantastic or the music is fantastic. No, they want to talk about the Giants. They want to talk about the Giants. Meanwhile, we could care less about what Brian Dable is planning to do with the Tennessee Titans. And I really don't like to talk about it, and I haven't talked about it because I really don't care. But when people start throwing jabs at my quarterback, when people start throwing jabs at the organization, like, we're family, right? We're Giants fans. We can talk about the dark and the bad and the ugly of the New York Giants. Like, we can do that amongst family. You can do that. We have these type of discussions amongst family. But guess what? Just like real family, when somebody else is talking about your family, you don't care if you're beefing with that same family member. You can't talk about my family like that. And that's all I got to say, man. I can't wait for the schedule to come out. I can't wait. I can't wait to see when we actually play the Tennessee Titans, because I'm putting my foot on their necks, man, up until that game is played. And then after, especially after we put both the ass on the Tennessee Titans. But I'm going to leave that alone for right now. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Wan'Dale Robinson taking shots. I didn't think he took the shots himself. But, you know, that fan base is running whatever comments. And to say that Wan'Dale Robinson finally got the Giants finally got a quarterback too. I don't need you throwing jabs. And the whole Cam Ward versus Jackson Dart thing, that'll settle itself in the past, in the future coming years, for sure. But let me get to more of these comment sections, because shout out to everybody that's in the building. 120 people in the building already. Again, make sure you hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that we in the building, and it will let other Giants fans know that we in the building. My man Tom says, yeah, the Titan been talking reckless for no reason. I'm telling you, unprovoked. And you already know as Giants fans, we talk a lot of trash to people, man. We talk a lot of trash to people. We do. We're guilty of it. But we ain't said nothing to the Tennessee Titans, man. We haven't said anything to the Tennessee Titans. When Daniel Bellinger got his deal, I was happy for Daniel Bellinger. When Wan'Dale Robinson got his deal, I was happy for Wan'Dale. I was happy for all of these guys. Why? Because they're ex-Giants. But now the fan base want to get involved and talk this trash. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to play the Titans. What you got for me, Joe, first? He says, dude, we are a top 5 team in the league. What you mean? What you mean? We are a top 5 team? Dude, we are top 5 team in the league. I hope so. Top 5 what? Rushing. Top 5 in the rushing. That's what we are for sure. We ain't top 5 overall. I know you know that though. You be playing sometimes though, Joe. We winning it all. That's what you did. Let me tell you, so I can feel the sarcasm, Joe. I can feel the sarcasm. But you my man. You my man though. Shout out to my man Q. The Q Borough diplomat is in the building. He says Titan fans salty over Dart success. I think so. He said, Leo Lucas says, I can see talking trash to a rival. I mean, absolutely. If we were rivals, though, we're not even actually rivals. I don't see us in Tennessee as a rivalry. Not at all. I think it's interesting because now Brian Dable is there and he'll be coming back to New York City. I think that becomes a storyline, but I don't think we're rivals. But again, if the fans want to, if the Tennessee Titan fans want to hashtag tighten up, want to talk, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. For the people that have been around since 2022, you got when the New York Giants are winning those games, no matter how fluky it was, you already know what type of energy I bring when the switch gets turned on. It's a different type of energy. Unfortunately, for the last couple of years, I haven't been able to turn that switch on. For those people that are a little bit older, there was a movie in the 80s with Sylvester Stallone called Over the Top. And when the switch turned on, he turned his hat backwards. For those that know the reference, that's what I'm talking about. I haven't been able to turn that switch on in a while. I can't wait to turn the switch on for sure. And I'm not talking about that type of switch either for the young people out there. Oh man, Sean Lee says, Dash, how would you feel if we're drafting LSU cornerback at 5? Drafting the cornerback at 5, I don't think it's the end of the world. But I would rather trade back. Like if Sonny Styles is not there, if Downs is not there, you know, Tate, if for the people that are really heavy on Tate, if Tate's not there, I'm probably trading back. I'm probably trading back. Happy Humble Hungry said, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. That's a fact. Rest in peace to the Texas I'm sure Walker, Texas Ranger. My grandmother loved that show. My boy's grandmother loved that show. For real, for real. Shout out to my man King with the $4.99 super chat. Says Wandale got the money because neighbors went down and Slayton can't catch a cold. Facts. And again, listen, man, when we can really take it there, right? As Giants fans, if we really want to be honest, we can really take it there when it comes to this whole Wandale Robinson situation. Because it's true. Slayton can't catch the ball. Neighbors was out. Wandale Robinson got the bulk of the targets. He got himself 1,000 yards. And again, I was happy for him, but don't throw shots, man. Especially once you leave, don't throw shots. Please, please don't. Please don't do that. Joe Ferris with the $10 super chat. He says, it's like those Born Identity movies. He says, you was gonna rip off that disguise and be John Schmelk. You was way better. Yeah, nah, I was. When we was winning, it was different. You saw it. I had the skits and everything. We was doing skits and all that. I had a reason to talk trash. Now I got to try to pump a little bit of hope into the neighborhood, man. And guess what? And then when it's bad, it's bad. You saw me last year. Well, actually, the end of 2024, I wanted everybody going. You know that, Joe. You've been here. I wanted everybody going. And we gave him one more year. And we saw that one more year wasn't even worth it. But guess what? It was all in God's plan. We had to figure something out. And then all of a sudden, Harbaugh becomes available. And we got a chance to do something for real this time, hopefully. Hopefully, if we can get everything together. Jay Ferris again, he says, I know black people like you. Joe. Because I know black people like you too, Joe. I understand the sarcasm in it. But boy, oh boy, Joe. Calm down, brother. Calm down. All right. So I really want to get it out the way. Mike Fender says, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, too. Yeah, that's a fact. Tom says Chuck Norris isn't dead. He just set up a meeting with God. Now, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But for real, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, for sure, man. Kenneth Perkins says, Dash, let's get Tate at 5 and get ready to enjoy. I can see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. For sure. I could definitely see it happening. Anthony Cherry says, Big Dash, you said if Downs, Tate, and Styles is not there, you're trading back. But who's moving up and why? I got one trading partner, the Cincinnati Bengals. Let them come up and try to get Bailey. I think the Bengals can come up for a running back too if Love is there. If Love is on the board, I think we get even more trade partners if Love is on the board. If the Titans don't take Love, he most likely because I think that's the place where he most likely can go is the Titans. And if they don't take Love and they take whoever else, man, you could probably get a couple of suitors for Jeremiah Love at 5. I think so. I would have said, well, who else is there? I would have said the Chiefs, but they just signed Walker. But I don't know if signing Walker stops them from getting Jeremiah Love either. How do you guys feel about Walker? I think, like I said, he's had an injury history. He had one season where it was fantastic, won a Super Bowl MVP. But I don't know what he really is outside of that. Is one in all honesty, it's like one good year. Does that stop you from drafting Jeremiah Love? You can say the same thing about the Giants when it comes to Cam Scatterable. Does 1 year, not even a whole year, Cam Scatterable, the 6 years and the promise that Cam Scatterable brings stop you from drafting Jeremiah Love? A lot of people have been arguing that thing too. So, and you see, it's one of the topics on here is damn near almost the last topic when we're going to get into running backs versus a running game and the importance of the two. But yeah, we got some things to talk about, man. We got some things to talk about. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. All right, we all caught up on the super chats. Abdul Carter, number 3. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like it. I don't like the number 3 on Carter. Do I care? No, I don't care at all. I don't care at all. But I don't like the number 3 on Carter. Let me know how you guys feel about the number 3 on Carter, man. You guys like the number 3 on Carter? I'd rather give that to whoever the new wide receiver is going to be. Shout out to my man Gridiron Apex is in the building. You know what? You just put out a video. I think it was it a Tyson video? I think it was a Tyson video you just put out. I had bookmarked it so I can save it for later so I can watch it, man. And it's crazy too, man, for the people that like wide receivers in the first round. We got the news today. Who was it? I think it was Brugler. Dane Brugler said that Jordan Tyson is still dealing with a hamstring issue, and he's not even performing at the pro day. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But we're gonna get into that. I want to see what people say about the Carter, number 3 for Carter. Robert Stage said we got Tracy and Scatter, but true. But sometimes I like to leave Tracy out of it, man, because at the end of the day, it is a running back by committee. But I think Scatterable still gets like the majority of the carries if he's healthy. Luann says, although we can use another running back, but I prefer wide. We already know you like wide receiver, Luann. We know it. We know it. Is it Joe? I believe Joe Q Beats, right? Joe Q Beats, or is it Joak Beats? He says we got Tracy 2 back-to-back 1K season. That's a fact. From scrimmage, absolutely. Tom says I want Styles at 5. I'm starting to accept that Love might be the pick if there, but I want Styles. He says the comparison to Fred Warner and Brian Urlacher is enough for me. A lot of people are down on Sonny Styles now. It's funny too, man. It's paralysis by analysis, where people tend to overthink things. It was somebody who was I talk. Shout out to Inside BBI this morning. They do their lives in the morning, and somebody was talking about Sonny Styles in the chat, and they just was saying, Sonny Styles, he's not as aggressive. He doesn't have as much pop as Urlacher. I'm like, first of all, this is his second year as a linebacker. He has to really learn the position still. But you see, with him only having 2 years of experience, how high his ceiling is. You gotta bank on it, man. Don't overthink things. Don't overthink things. Tom says I hate the number 3 on Carter. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Joe needs to relax. Nah, Joe is fine, man. Joe is fine. That's my guy, man. Joe's a day one dude, man. We joke around all the time. I'm just saying he it's pressure points at the end of the day. Pressure points for sure. Prentice says draft and love. We'll have Earth, Wind, and Fire 2026 version. I wouldn't say no to that. I mean, I don't like it because I think there's bigger needs that we have right now. If I'm looking at every positional room for the New York Giants that are top priority, crisis level, it's not the running back room. Like, we can literally survive with those running backs going into the 2026 season. I think we can do some things with the guys that we have right now. But I understand the talent that Love is. Somebody told me a couple weeks ago, stop using the Earth, Wind, and Fire, term. Why? That's what we like. That's what we've been looking for since we lost it. So I mean, everybody said don't compare the old Giants to the new Giants. I get that too in certain scenarios, but for me, again, where are we trying to get to? We're getting back to championships and mainly championship defense. Will says this single digit crap on backers and defensive ends has always bothered me. So he said no 3 on Carter is just wrong. They should all be in the 50s, or 50 somethings. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Wills, if you feel like sharing. What era were you born in? Because I'm feeling the same way that you're feeling. And I remember in high school too. Well, I would say I played linebacker. I was a single digit, but I didn't get the single digit till I was a senior. A lot of that was for the seniors, for the most part, the single digit numbers. It was Mekhi Lemon. Okay, no, Takario Davis is the one that I saved. It was Davis that I saw, and I think you released that one like a couple hours ago. So it was Takario Davis. I'm talking to Gridiron Apex. It was Takario Davis when I wanted to check up on, because he's rising up the ranks too a little bit. You can't deny it either. 6'4", 6'4", 6'3", 6'3" probably. Once he got to the combine, but long cornerback. Draw some comparisons, ran a 4.4 something 40. So of course a lot of people think Rick Woolen or something like that. But I don't know, we'll see what happens with that though. Trade for Trey Harris. I don't think they're giving up Trey Harris. I don't think they're giving up Trey. He said Jim would take. He would. He absolutely would. Shout out to my man, got 90s or in the building. D-Dan, what's going on, D-Dan? JDJ in the building too. Did Carter get permission from Victor Cruz to use his old preseason number? I'm pretty sure he did not. I'm pretty sure he did not. Eric says Tyson's stock is down. Yeah, I think he's falling out of the first round completely. Like it's been he didn't participate in the combine, he didn't finish out the season, and he's still not ready to go for the pro day. He's dropping out of the first round for sure. Like for sure. You guys tell I wouldn't draft him in the first round. That was the main thing that we were worried about is his injury history. And you telling me you got a hamstring that lingered for two seasons, damn near, for almost 2 seasons. Well, last year he had the shoulder. What was it, clavicle last year? This year was the hamstring all throughout the season. So I over exaggerate when I say 2 years. But nah, that's scary, man. If he can't, I already got Malik Neighbors, and if we're going to be absolutely honest, Malik Neighbors gets banged up a lot. He plays through it, but he gets banged. I can't have two wide receivers, two of my top wide receivers, banged up all the time. Can't do it. Robert said linebackers should be in the 50s or the 70s. I don't know the last time I saw a linebacker in the 70s, Rob. Shout out to my man Robert Sage in the building, though. The 70s. I can't name a linebacker in the 70s right now, just thinking about it. I can name some linebackers in the 90s. Kirkland comes to mind. Greg Lloyd comes to mind. And those are Steeler players in the 90s. But I ain't never seen a linebacker wearing a number in the 70s. That's definitely a defensive line and offensive line number right there. Big Blue Doja in the building. What's going on? Nah. C. Muller says, Tibbs, Tracy, a good trade. Chips of love is seriously an interest, and they're at 5. We could talk about that. We could talk about that now, man. Because we talk about it every week, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see what people think. If the New York Giants feel like Tibbs is in the future plans, right now his cap hit is about $14 million. Obviously, if he gets a new deal done, that cap hit comes down. But ultimately, do you want to pay top dollar, which I don't know what he'll make actually. I don't know what he's asking for. I don't think he can ask for top dollar because he hasn't performed up to a top dollar mark anyway. But if there was a way to fit him in the cap, lower his cap hit for 2026, would you guys just want to keep Tibbs? For me, I think you need to have as many edge rushers as possible. We talked about that last week. And I do apologize. I'm jumping around. I'm off topic right now. But again, I see something in the chat that interests me. We're going to talk about it for a little bit. So with Tibbs, I would really like to keep Tibbs as long as he knows what his place is. Shout out to my man Prince Castro in the building. As long as he knows what his place is. Right now, his chances of being a starter slim. Abdul Carter is in the building. Abdul Carter will be the starter. He will be in a rotational role. I think he will still get a lot of snaps, but he will not be a starter. Do you think that Tibbs first accepts something like that? Or do you think it's even worth it to try to keep Tibbs? Or do you trade Tibbs for a possible 3rd or 4th round pick and then start from scratch as far as who's going to be that third, edge rusher coming off the bench? Where did Prince? I'm trying to find your comment, Castro. I just saw it. There it is. He says how we feel about Arvell Reese. I like Arvell Reese a lot. But it's just about the position that he's going to play. If they expect him to be the edge rusher, I can't do anything with that because we already got a hard enough time getting the rotation in that we're doing right now. And then drafting somebody as high as you would draft Reese, you draft somebody that high, they got to be the starter, right? We already messed up last year with Abdul Carter. He didn't start the whole season as far as an edge rusher, and we saw what happened. He didn't really blossom until Kayvon Thibodeau got hurt, and he played the majority of his snaps, the rest of the season off the edge. And then we got to see just a glimpse of what Abdul Carter can be, or what we thought he was going to be. Same thing is for Arvell Reese for me. If you don't plan to put Arvell Reese as an off-ball linebacker, which he can play, but everybody's projecting him as an edge rusher. I think my man Dante with Gridiron also says, he's an edge rusher. But it just like Sonny Styles hasn't been there long. He's been an edge rusher even less time than Sonny Styles been an off-ball linebacker. But again, we're talking about players with high ceilings, low floors, high ceilings. Arvell Reese is just a freak athlete, just like Sonny Styles is a freak athlete. It's just that Sonny Styles is so much more of a freak athlete Arvell Reese looks regular sometimes, and he's not regular at all, at all. He just got to get into the get the right coach. Got to get a hand on him, and groom him to be a complete edge rusher. Gridiron says, I even hate the numbers. Listen, I make exceptions for the number 0. I actually like Brian Burns wearing the number 0. I actually like, you know what I think it is? And it sounds silly, but to me, Brian Burns is skinny enough to wear the number 0, if that makes sense to people. Like when you see him do his celebration, when you see him doing this Spider-Man thing, and you see the 0, he's like skinny enough to wear the number 0. Kayvon Thibodeau wearing the number 5. I get this. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But we talking number 3 just look weird to me. And maybe it's because I just saw Russell Wilson wearing it. It could be that too. It could be that. It could just be my memory of Russell Wilson wearing the number 3. It could be that too. But again, I don't know. I don't know. Book is to say, don't tell me what to do. Shout out to everybody. Micah in the building. What's going on, Micah? Charles Thompson says, I'm good with drafting Styles, or you didn't finish it off, man. Drafting down, trading down. I got you. Okay. Titan fans are still high on their music, on the miracle. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't need an extra battery in my back when it comes to the Tennessee Titans. I'm already ready to go. Like I'm just, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just waiting for the schedule to come out, but I'm already ready to go on the Tennessee Titan fan base. Like I'm just like I was ready to go with the Denver Broncos, but again, it's a different type of energy because some of the people that I dealt with that were Broncos fans, especially the people that I invited on the show, were just cool people. And you guys know when I do the Giants War Room, it's more of a roundtable war room type of deal versus just going all out and trash talking. I like to try to have some type of order, to the video. But nah, not for these Titan fans. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Tyon, what's going on? Tyon. I remember. He says styles upon styles upon styles upon styles is what we should have. I think so, man. I think so. Real G says pass rushers nickname Prime 0, number 3, number 5, all prime numbers. That's cool. I saw somebody say 305 like Miami. I saw that too on Twitter. You never know. Ultimate Gaming says, I think we should have tried to get a big wide receiver in free agency. Who's left, man? I mean, you got Juwan Jennings. He's not the biggest, but he's not a small guy. When you look at the draft, there's some bigger body wide receivers. You got like Ted Hurst. You got Malachi Fields, bigger body. You got Jacoby Lane, bigger body. Well, I should say taller guy. Chris Bell, that's a bigger body. So there's some Elijah Sherrod, not the biggest, but not a small guy at all either. Pause. So no, I think when it comes to the wide, we'll talk about that too, because that's one of the topics too. All right, let me see here. Vince, shout out to Vince with the $4.99 super chat. He says earlier you should have asked would you rather have Ward or Dart and Carter? There you go. I picked 6 and 3 all day, even though I'm already bet. A lot of people bought that 51 jersey, man. A lot, and this is why I refuse. The last active Giants player jersey I bought was Tiki Barber, and we talking in the 2000s. The last jersey I bought was Tiki Barber. That was a player that was currently on the roster. Now I'm only buying retired player jerseys. That's it. Right now I'm debating on whether to get the Carl Banks or either a Strahan, but I'm still mad at Strahan for waving that Eagles flag. Was that 3 seasons ago now? 2 seasons ago? So I'm still mad at Strahan, so I'm probably not gonna get the Strahan jersey. I'm probably gonna go for the Carl Banks jersey. Strahan pissed me off when he did that, especially Super. Like, come on. What we doing? Shout out to my man Con that built said Dash. Shout out all the way from Memphis. Shout out. There you go. You in Tennessee. Have you seen Wandell? Have you seen Dable? And let me ask you this, because you probably ran a lot of Tennessee Titan fans. I'm glad. I'm so glad that you're in here right now, Connor, because I got some questions. And I know you, like I said, I don't know how long you've lived in Memphis or if you're from Memphis, born and raised Memphis. I got some questions for you. So we're going to clear some space. First off, Connor, if you can answer this question for me. are you around a lot of Titan fans? Before I even get into this conversation, because if you ain't around a lot of Titan fans, it won't go anywhere. But we're gonna have us a quick conversation sidebar. So I'm gonna wait for you to answer that first before I get into this. And then we'll get back to it. Shout out to my man Prime in the building. Hey, Prime. I gotta holler at you, Prime. I'm really, I can't wait for the schedule to drop. I'm really trying to get to the home opener. Like that, I'm really trying to get to the home opener. I was already talking to my wife about it, making that trip to the home opener. I gotta see my people out there. Mark, you gotta, I gotta holler at you. I'm holler at you on Twitter though. I'm gonna holler at you on Twitter. Let's see if my man Connor answered. Where's my man Connor? Okay. Born and raised. Yes. Okay. So before we do that, Connor, how are you a Giants fan? Or yeah, how are you a Giants fan? I'm assuming you're a Giants fan since you're here. And if you are not a Giants fan and you're actually a Titans fan and you're just vibing with us right now, I need to know that too. You said they're everywhere, born and raised, 26. Okay. And we're gonna get back to this in a second. When you talk to your people, when you talk to your people, why are they worried about the Giants so much? Or I should ask you this: do they bring up the Giants a lot when you have these conversations, Connor? Okay, bleeding blue since. So, shout out to you, Connor. Shout out to you. My man, Born for Sports in the building. My man Jorge said, "What up, Dash? I want Styles or downs if we stay at 5, bro. But my dream move would be to trade back, take Vega. That's the guard from Penn State. He's one of the top 5 players in the draft. More picks, please. Believe it. Point of attack. Now that's a fact. Got to the trenches for sure. Got to do the trenches. Got to do the trenches, man. And then Jorge, man. I was just talking to Mark, man. I'm trying to make it to the home opener for sure. Can't wait for the schedule to drop. And I'm thinking about as far as getting these tickets. I'm thinking about hanging out with the 330 crew for sure. For sure. So I need to get in touch with you. So you let me know, because I know you guys got season tickets and stuff like that. I'm trying to get as close as y'all as possible for the game, so I can be around like-minded people. And I know the whole stadium gonna be rocking, but I'm just saying, you already know how I feel about it. Connor says they have nothing else to cling on to. Okay. So it's just nothing. Okay, it's just they trying to draw up smoke and be relevant. Thank you very much, Connor. I appreciate it. So we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone for now. But listen, it is what it is. Tom says I bought a German Shepherd puppy and picking him up at the end of May. Naming him Sonny or Styles. You gotta wait. Okay, so if you pick him up in May, you'll know for sure if we got Sonny Styles or not. That's what type of time I'm on. I feel you. He said, if you don't get drafted, probably name him Maverick, Ace, or Otto. I like Ace. Ace is tough. Maverick might be too long for a dog's name, man. Because you notice how some people, when you get dogs, you already give your dog a nickname. Maverick, I don't know. I like Ace though. Ace is fire. As for a dog name, Ace is fire for a person's name, but Ace is fire for a dog's name. Pepper Johnson was 70. Wait a minute. Pepper Johnson was 70? He was number 70? Gary Reasons was, what year we talking about? When Gary Reasons was 76. See, y'all been fans way longer than me. I don't remember Gary Reasons wearing 76. What we talk? But shout out to you guys, because y'all ain't here for real. Y'all OGs. School me. Let me know. Let me learn something today, for sure. Pepper Johnson wore 52. I remember Pepper Johnson wearing 52. I don't remember Pepper Johnson wearing. That might have been just his rookie season or something. No. When did Pepper? What he wore it in training camp? Let me know. Let me know for sure. Because now I'm tripping. Jorge says, let me know. I'm listen. Oh, that's right. As long as it's a 1 p.m. I hope so, man. But I'm trying to get to the home opener for sure. For sure. Tom says Pepper was 52, Sam Huff was 70. There you go. There you go. Styles has a higher ceiling than Reese. I think so. Styles might have the highest ceiling in the draft, if we're going to be honest. Because you might say the most talented person in the draft is Jeremiah Love. And when you see him on tape, like how much better can Jeremiah Love get to than what we've been seeing, in all honesty? If Jeremiah Love stays the same, plays at that same level in NFL, that's fantastic. But you kind of got an idea of who Jeremiah Love is and what your expectations are. And if you see him do something spectacular, then it's like, yeah, we saw it in college. When it comes to Sonny Styles, you already know that this is a guy that was a safety transition to a linebacker. Looks this good right now as a safety transition into a linebacker. And then when he gets to the NFL, gets NFL coaching, how much better can he be on top of what the skill set is, athletic ability, and whatever else? Sam Huff 470. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So you guys are on it, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Lorenzo, what's going on, Lorenzo? Nova Nebula in the building. What's going on, Nova? Okay. Now. So we're gonna talk about the playoffs. I know Joe didn't want to talk about this. Shout out to my man Joe Ferris. But let me be in the land of make believe just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Let me dwell in a land of make believe. So the New York Giants, 2026 playoff push. If I said that right now, you guys would say, Dash, you're crazy. And I would agree with you. So my next question is this. And this is why the thumbnail is playoffs with a question mark. What are the New York Giants missing in order for in order for us to think? Not even what you're seeing on the field yet, but what are we missing before the fan base can say, as a whole, I can see us being a playoff team. Not a Super Bowl contending team, but a team that can compete in the division and make it to the playoffs. What are the New York Giants missing? My man Eric says O-line, D-line, trenches. Absolutely. I listen, I gave the free agency period, this free agency period a B right now. And I gave them a B because we did not address offensive line or defensive line yet. Unless I've been sleeping under a rock and we made a move today. And I don't believe we did. But O-line, D-line is the number one thing there. I hate that we brought back Azudu. I hate that we brought back Evan Neal. I hate that we didn't bring back Greg Van Roten yet because he was going to be the insurance person. We brought back Stinney. So we basically got everybody but the starting right guard that we brought back and the backup center. I'm not happy with that. So I do agree. Something that we're missing. Offensive line, defensive line. Let me get to the next one. Stacy says a run stuff and defensive tackle. Now, absolutely. We need somebody next to Dexter Lawrence, and we need somebody that can hold up when Dexter Lawrence needs a breather. Absolutely. Big Blue says right guard. Absolutely. Now, a lot of I did a mock draft, not the one that I showed, not the video that I put out. I put out another. I did another mock draft. I had us trading back, and I took the guard from Penn State, and somebody was saying like, well, he's a left guard. We need a right guard. I said, if I'm taking Ioani. If I'm taking Ioani from Penn State, he could play whatever guard he want to play. John Runyon is not good enough to dictate where Ioani, if we draft him, is playing. If he want to play on the left side, I'm putting out Ioani on the left side with Andrew Thomas. And we keep talking about, well, Jackson Dart deserves the offensive line. You know who deserves a partner on the offensive line? Andrew Thomas, a solid partner on the offensive line. And if we end up drafting a kid from Penn State, I'm putting him on the left side where he's been playing. And John Runyon can move over to the right side. When we first got John Runyon, he wanted to play the right guard anyway, and we moved him to the left side. So that's how I would solve that issue there. But also, if you draft Maui Noah, he can also kick inside to guard. If you go into the second round, the third round, you get somebody like Keelan Rutledge, who I really want to be a New York Giant, is Keelan Rutledge. He's a right tackle. You got the kids from Iowa. What's his name? Dunker with the red mullet. He can kick inside to play guard as well. Yeah. Yeah. There it is right here. Connor says run defense, run defense, run defense. That's a fact. We got to be able to stop the run. And one thing that had me scratching my head with this free agency is when John Harbaugh did his presser, he talked about the importance of the run defense, having to be able to stop the run, being able to stop the run. And for us not to pick up one of these defensive tackles, I'm a little bit upset about it. Again, I'm going to trust the process for sure, because guess what? What other choice do I have? And I also respect, the football acumen of John Harbaugh. But we definitely got to get a defensive tackle in here to help stop this run. Run defense is important, and it's not just a defensive line; it's also the linebacker position too. I understand why we picked up Tremaine Edmonds. He's a better run defender than Bobby Okereke is right now today. But we need somebody else. We need a real partner there. I like Micah McFadden, but I don't know what he's going to look like. I don't. Coming back, but I wish the best for Micah McFadden too. I like Micah McFadden. I've been a fan of his since we got him. My man Mark Thompson says missing a defensive tackle, right tackle, and a cornerback. Player for player trade for Tibbs for maybe one of those positions. Again, I already know how you feel, Mark. Trading Tibbs is one of those options that hopefully is like, the second option, third option, not the first option. But it just depends on who's on the board and who's available at the time. If somebody's willing to take Thibodeau and possibly give us a third round pick, then you have to entertain it. Absolutely. But we got a lot of holes, man. It's not just that. It's got a lot of holes. And we ended up not filling the most important holes, Pauls, in the free agency so far. Defensive line and right guard. How do we not have one of those guys yet? And it's slim pickings now, too. Maybe was a DJ Reader still out there. But outside of it, you got Calais Campbell that might be still out there unless something happened today. But yeah, man, we need a lot. Willie said, calm down, Dash. I'm not even live yet, man. I'm not live at all. I'm telling Willie, in 2022, Willie, when I jumped out the window, when we went on that winning streak, I was in the spaces wilding, talking crazy, reckless, loved every minute of it. Like a lot of people say, oh, that 2022 season was a fluke, which it was. I wouldn't trade it for the world. When's the last time we had a playoff? I wouldn't trade it for, as fluky as that season was. I'm not trading that season for nothing. I enjoyed every part of that season as far as us winning games, going to the playoffs, winning the playoffs. I loved every second of that. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I wouldn't, because who knows the next time we make a run? Got to be before 2029, though. Got to win the Super Bowl before 2029. Tyon says, if the Giants trade down anywhere from 10 to 15, they should take Mansour. You like the cornerback, don't you? He says, then Jacob Rodriguez at 37, and we receive a third pick this year and a first-round pick in 2027. That sounds like a deal to me. If I trade back into the 10 to 15 range, I better get another day 2 pick. I better get one. Matter of fact, if I'm trading back at all, I better get an additional day 2 pick for sure. Whether that be an additional second rounder or a third rounder, I definitely want that. Now, as far as getting a first rounder in 2027, I don't know about that. That might be too rich. that might be a little bit too rich, Tyon. It might be a little bit too rich for that. Mark Thompson says Runyon is better at you mean at right guard anyway. That's where he played at Green Bay. That's where he was at. Right guard. And just like Brian Dable and everybody else, shout out to Carmen Basillo, though. We get players and we try to switch their positions as soon as we sign them. We did the same thing with Illuminor. We went and signed Illuminor and then right away we put him at left guard. You signed Illuminor because he was a right tackle and played the right tackle position well in Las Vegas at the time, or was it still Oakland at the time, with the Raiders. That's why you signed Illuminor. And then we signed him and you put him at guard, left guard at that, just for Evan Neal to fail again, and then you put him at right tackle when everybody already knew you were going to put him there in the first place. And because of that, you move Illuminor to right tackle because Evan Neal goes down, John Runyon goes to left guard, and then this musical chairs again. I'm going to calm down a little bit, though. I never understood that, man. I never understood that. What got a guy paid is the position that you put him at. You didn't pay the guy to be a left guard. You paid him because he was a right tackle and did a pretty good damn job. That's why you did it. I'm glad you brought this guy up. Christian Wilkins, Devin A-Chain, and a competent number 2. So that's what we missing. Christian Wilkins, Devin A-Chain, and a competent cornerback 2. A CB2. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm to the point where, especially right now, it's such slim pickings. I already felt this way already. I really don't care what Christian Wilkins did. I really don't. Especially with, they said that he possibly might have reportedly, maybe, tried to kiss somebody on the head or the forehead. It's for them to boot him off the team. He had the issue with his foot. If he tried to do that to somebody, go ahead, go to the field, do your fisticuffs, and come back to the locker room and squash it. I don't care. I want Christian Wilkins on the team. If I need somebody that can stop the run, if I need somebody that can play next to Dexter Lawrence, if I need someone that can, hold up when Dexter Lawrence needs a breather, give me Christian Wilkins. Supposedly he's going to be ready to play. He's interested in playing. We're not going to pay him a lot of money, so hopefully he can get that out of his head as far as making him. He ruined that. He ruined that already. He's going to get a 1-year prove-it deal no matter where he goes, just because of I can't even say the off-field stuff because it was in the locker room stuff. But I'm signing Christian Wilkins. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people say no, they don't want any parts of Christian Wilkins. I understand why not, but not me. I'll take him. I'll take him in a heartbeat right now. I promise you. Nova says 2022 will always be top 5 season for me. That team has so much heart. Now they was fighting. Wink was on fire. Just the first game of the season against the Titans, funny, right? Going for it, going for the 2-point conversion, getting it with Saquon Barkley. Going on that winning streak. At one point we were 7-1 in that 7-2 in that season. Yeah, I'm not trading that for the world. I was talking crazy. For those that know, I was talking crazy in 2022. And here we are 4 years later, restarting with the same GM who should have got fired too. I don't care what anybody says. Joe Shane should have been gone. Simeon says Leonard Marshall wore 70 during the Pepper Johnson years, sir. Okay, we still got people talking about these numbers. All right, Tom says, he says people talk about trading down. Who wants to trade up to 5 and for what? This isn't Madden or mock drafts. This is a real thing. You have to have legit trade partner. As far as I know, right? As far as I know, Jeremiah Love is the best thing since sliced bread. That's what people are telling me. He's the best thing since sliced bread, the best thing since Saquon Barkley. He's the same as Bijan Robinson. He's a bigger, stronger Jahmyr Gibbs. This is the kind of stuff. He's a home run hitter. We've seen the way people talk about him. So if he's there at 5, I think you're going to have some people calling. I really do. I don't think it has anything to do with Madden or a mock draft. I think it has everything to do with Jeremiah Love. And there were a lot of teams that fell short this season that I expect to go back to the playoffs. Again, does Kenneth Walker stop them from drafting Jeremiah Love? I don't know for sure. The Bengals could absolutely use a running back. The Commanders might want Jeremiah Love. Do I want to trade back with the Commanders? I don't know. I don't know about that. The Dolphins might want Jeremiah Love. They just blew up their whole entire team. So you got some people that are willing to trade up. It got nothing to do with Madden or the mock draft. But I understand. I get crazy when it comes to mock drafts too. I'll be honest. But if I'm sitting here at 5 and there's no trade options, and I'm looking at Styles and Love and Downs, I'm probably going Styles first and then Downs even before Love. I just don't see the need for a running back right now. And I've been arguing with a lot of people. I've been sitting down and shutting up too. But, it is what it is. Let me get here. Shout out to my man Phil in the building. What's going on, Phil? $5 super chat says, we blind, Dash. He said, we are going into this draft blind. Only thing we are sure of is that we know nothing. At this point, I just hope they do something good. That's a good way to put it. And I swore up and down, man, once free agency got here, that I would have a better idea of what the New York Giants were going to do at the draft. And free agency has come and gone, and I have no clue. I'm not anywhere close to just figuring it out at all. I will say this: I think that the percentages of some people getting drafted is a little bit higher now. Prior to free agency, like we still re-signed Illuminor, but I think Maui Noah still might be an option at 5. We picked up a bunch of wide receivers, and I still think that the wide receiver is an option at 5. We picked up a safety, physical safety, Ardarius Washington, 1-year deal, so Downs is still an option at 5. Love is still an option at 5. There's a lot of options at 5. Reese, dark horse, possibly an option at 5. You're absolutely right. We don't know for sure what's going to happen. I don't know for sure what's going to happen either. I appreciate that, Phil, though. Shout out to you. Lorenzo said, kiss someone on the forehead. Hey, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm still signing them, though. I'm sorry. I'm still signing them. I'm still signing them. Connor says, I can't pretend Paulson Adebo is a top 15 cornerback. We can look at DT pick at 37. Why not make a trade for a cornerback? Because I mean, who are you trading for? Denzel Ward, possibly? That's about it, right? Denzel Ward, but who you giving up for Denzel Ward? I would love for them to accept Kayvon Thibodeau for Denzel Ward straight up, but that's a pipe dream. I'm crazy. I don't know what other cornerback are they willing? Is any team CB1 willing to trade up for? Also, thank you for bringing up the cornerback position as far as trades up too. Somebody might fall in love with Mansell Delane at 5. Just think about the Kansas City Chiefs. They got no more cornerbacks. They gave them all away. They let them walk. They might trade up for a cornerback if they like Mansell Delane so much, or they can sit still and get Jamal McCoy too. So this draft is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Ford Expedition says trade down, draft a guard, and the rest of the draft pick defense, another guard, and cut Runyon. Yeah, you can't cut Runyon until you know you got another guard in the building. I think if we were able to sign like a Wyatt Teller, if we were able to get that deal done, you might have seen us make that move on Runyon just to save that money. But right now, it's to the point where Runyon is here definitely through the draft. And if we end up picking up some guards in the draft, then you might see us move off of Runyon. But right now, I think he's a Giant in 2026. I absolutely do believe that we need to improve at that guard spot, though. He's cool for right now, but we definitely need to improve. And a lot of people say, Dash, what are you talking about, man? The offensive line was the best we've seen in a while. And I would say this, the quarterback play was better. And I think that the quarterback play, quicker decisions, better quarterback play made the offensive line look better too. I think it works hand in hand. Mark Thompson says, I think Wilkins' situation was more than a kiss. Yeah, I think so too. But I'm saying that's what they're reporting. Issues surrounding surgery and rehab and talking about his broken foot. Yep. Could be buyer's remorse as well. I heard, listen, a 1-year prove-it deal. I'm taking the chance, Mark. 1-year prove-it deal. And the way that they handing out contracts right now, I don't think they will offer him anything crazy. And if I'm Christian Wilkins, I think that he would take a 1-year, maybe not vet minimum. I think he would take the 1-year prove-it deal if he wants to continue in the NFL. Because right now, once the NFL has moved on for an entire year without you, it's proven that they don't really need you. So if he wants to be a part of the NFL, he got to humble himself and take what people are offering. Respectfully. Nova Nebula says when Shep and Saquon were crying, hugging Dable after the winning 2-point conversion, yeah, it was fire, man. Dable screaming. He won the coach of the year that year. Then everything fell apart. But I'm not trading 2022 for nothing, man. No matter how fluky it was. And it sure was a fluke. It sure was a fluke. Tom said, man of love is that good. Why don't we just pick them? We are in a much better situation than we were in 18, talking about Saquon Barkley. I wouldn't want a Bijan type of player on this team with Dart. Just asking. I'm just asking. Nah, it's fine, man. I told people the reason why I don't believe that running back is that much of a priority for us because I'm looking at the room and I think that we're adequate enough. Can you always improve? Absolutely. Can Love do that? Absolutely. But when I look at the rest of the team, I'm like, would I rather have Jeremiah Love or would I rather have Sonny Styles being able to help stop the run? Would I rather have Jeremiah Love or would I rather have, a wide receiver to play next to Malik Neighbors or possibly play for Malik Neighbors if Malik Neighbors is not healthy enough to go? Would I rather have another running back, even though he might be so explosive, or would I rather have a cornerback that can be a shutdown cornerback? And when I just weigh the positions and I weigh the situation that the Giants are in, I'm just picking those other positions over the running back. Like we've seen fantastic running back play. We've seen that. And if you told me right now that the New York Giants were just a running back away from a Super Bowl, then I'll say, hell yeah, let's go get Love. But I don't think that we're just a running back away. And I think that what the other positions bring to what we're missing already is just more than what the running back will bring. If that makes sense. Willie says I would trade. I would take DJ Reader instead of Wilkins. Give me one of those. Give me one of them. That's what I'm saying. Give me one of those guys. Give me one of them. Great point, Mark. Great point. He says we have no idea what the Giants feel about Bo. Is he the swing tackle, the right guard, the left guard? Who knows? That knowledge is critical to how this old line is made up. I do agree with that. That's the I guess that's the wild horse, right? Is what they think of Bo. Now that's a great point. Glad you. For me, I want to keep Marcus Bo on the outside, but out of necessity, they might have to kick him inside because we don't have anything else. And I already feel like he's one of the top 4 offensive linemen, but he's not even a starter. I'm sorry, top 5 offensive linemen on the team, but he's not a starter. I think he was better than Runyon. I think he was better than Van Roten. But I don't know for sure because we haven't seen him play guard at the NFL level yet, for real. I've seen him play left tackle. I've seen him playing right tackle, and I think he has good feet. When you kick him inside, will the strength hold up? And we had these conversations, Mark. Anthony Cherry says Big Dad's cornerback Delane stats are sick. Yeah, no, he's nice. I remember Delane at Virginia Tech before he even got to LSU. He could have came out last year. I'm glad he stayed because his stock, like last year, he probably would have been a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick. He went to LSU. Now look at him. They talk about him in the top 5, top 10. Well, top 10 mainly. I think he goes anywhere in the top 15, actually. 5 to 15. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in that range. But he's one of those guys that bet on himself, transferred, and it paid off. Boy. Prince Castro, yes. To answer your question, yes. I'm not even putting that on the board. I'm not putting that up. Yes, Christian Wilkins is the one that did that to Josh Allen. You're absolutely right. Yes, he is. That's him. Kiba says, do you think it's going to be hard for the Giants to keep Scatterbo out of trouble with the front office? Oh, because of the comments he made, the CTE comments? I mean, I don't think he really has any issues off the field. They put a microphone in front of Scatterbo. He said something crazy. He apologized for it. I don't think it's that serious. What he said is no laughing matter. CTE is a real thing. Him saying those comments again, I chalk it up as him being a younger player, younger guy, and possibly ignorant a little bit, maybe, possibly. But you see, he put out the apology, so it is what it is. I don't think he's going to be in trouble with the front office, though. I don't think that's an issue at all. He seems like the type that can move on from things pretty quickly. Like let it, it won't bother him as long as it's not bothering the front office, which I don't think it will. He just got to make sure that he's saying the right things. You got to be, you're in the public eye. Certain things you should not say. And he said a lot of things, and some things you just laugh at. But CTE is no laughing matter at all, and I think he understands that now. Robbie Garn says Big Draft knows his draft. I wish I did, Robbie. I'm out here guessing sometimes too, man. If you really want to get some analysis, like I watch tape, I watch certain players. You know, I get down, I take notes and stuff like that. But it's guys that know way more than me. It's guys that I ask questions to and say, hey, I like this player. What do you think about this player? And if they say, certain people that I ask, if they say, yeah, this guy's pretty good, then it's like reassuring to myself, like, okay, I'm seeing the right things because I'm still learning too, man. I'm not an expert at all. Don't claim to be an expert too. But if you guys want to see breakdowns, analysis, going into deep details about players, you saw my man in here, Gridiron Apex. You go to his channel. I wish I had his link. I don't got his link. He breaks down players. He does lives breaking down this player. Him and his co-host Sora, they break down players. They give you a 2-hour video. They run it all 22. You guys can tune in, watch that, ask questions. They'll answer those questions for you too. Those are some good dudes over there. So shout out to my man Gridiron Apex, Dante, and his co-host Sora. Those are good dudes. Straight hand is a sellout. Yeah, nah. That straight hand stuff, it kind of pissed me off though. Not even kind of. I was big mad. Connor says, what's the lowest you're willing to trade down? I'm not trying to trade past 15. I'm not. I did the video last week. I think I still got my notes. I do got my notes here still from last week. I'm not trading past 15 in my opinion. I'm not leaving the first round without Styles, Downs, Maui Noah, Carnell Tate, Delane, or the guard from Penn State. I'm not. If we leave the first round without one of those guys, I'm gonna be upset. If you want to throw love on that list, then you can throw love on that list. But if we leave the first round without Styles, Downs, Maui Noah, Tate, Delane, Iowani, I'm gonna be very, very upset. I'm gonna be upset. Not even, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. I might, I might go live for the draft. Maybe I might do the draft, do a live watch for the draft. I think we can do that. Styles at 537. Yeah, that gets a thumbs up for me. That answers two big questions that the New York Giants have right now. If we get Styles at 5 and then Lee Hunter at 37, I like that. Right now, it looks like they're saying Peter Woods might fall out of the first round. He might be available at 37. He's an option too. But I think getting the best defensive tackle that's left when we pick at 37, I think that'd be a good score for sure. Sean Jackson says, Dash, speaking of 22, what was the Giants' best regular season victory game during 22? Was it the Titans, Green Bay, Ravens, second Washington game, Colts? I think it was the Ravens game. For me. Just to end it. I like the Green Bay game because that was overseas and we beat Green Bay. But the Ravens game, it had to be when it was the Ravens game. Love got the interception. I remember Kayvon Thibodeau got the sack on Lamar Jackson, and then the strip fumble was from, what's the guy's name? Went to Old Dominion, the edge rusher. I think he's with the Patriots now. I can't remember his name now. O'Shane Zimenez. O'Shane Zimenez got the strap. Got the strip sack, closed out the game. That was for me. That was a signature win. For me, that was a signature win for the Giants, and I believe that was the first NFC team to beat the Ravens or to beat Lamar Jackson, and we did it first. We were the first NFC team to beat Lamar Jackson. Yeah. That would have been my signature win in 2022 was that. The Ravens game, the Titans game was just pure energy for the beginning because that Titans game, we looked like straight trash the first half. Trash the first half of that Titans game. We looked horrible. And I remember like real time saying, oh man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But now Prince Castro said, yeah, Ravens hands down, tip sack. Yeah, that's a fact. Also, the playoff game against the Vikings. The big stop from Xavier, from X-Man. So that Vikings game too, yeah. O'Shane broke Aaron. Yeah. On the strip sack at the end of the. Is that a fact? He did that? O'Shane Zimenez, man. Some of the names that we've drafted, man. Oh my God. He said, "Come on, man." Robbie said, "I'll be watching if you're live on draft day." Last year, I wasn't going to be live for the draft, and I think after we drafted Abdul, I think I turned the live on right after that because I was like, man, we're gonna make a move at the end of the first round to find a quarterback, and we ended up doing that. Not the quarterback I thought it was going to be, but I'm happy that we got him. They knew better than me. Willie says I'd rather get a game-changing cornerback or linebacker. That's how I feel when it comes to whether or not we draft Love or not. Again, I hope that I'm clear. I hope that I'm clear when I say, like, this has nothing to do with Jeremiah Love. This has everything to do with the running back position. Everything to do with the running back position. And my next topic is the reason why. Running backs versus a running game. I'd rather have a good running game than a good running back, period. So whether that's running back by committee, whether that's, a solid running back, but having a good offensive line and having a productive run game, I will take that over Jeremiah Love. I will take that over a Saquon Barkley. Because at the end of the day, when you look at these teams that are winning these Super Bowls, outside of the Seattle Seahawks just now, but even they had a mixture of Kenneth Walker, what's the guy's name? Not Charlemagne, whatever his name is, Charbonnet, and then was it Huani, those running backs, they did it together. And when you look at the other years before them, when you look at the Chiefs, it was freaking Pacheco and Hunt. And then you look, and before who was it? You got the 49ers with their run game, and before they actually had McCaffrey. They had McCaffrey. But there's like it's a running game over the running back. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. And I'd rather have a solid running game than just a big name running back. Now, even now, you see Detroit Lions just split up their dynamic at running back. Montgomery's gone now, and it's just Jahmyr Gibbs. Who are they going to get to put in the backfield now? Is it going to be that same type of impact now that you got rid of some guy and now Jahmyr Gibbs is your workhorse running back? And I don't know how Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be as a workhorse. You break up chemistry. So for me, another thing why I say we should go with another position over Jeremiah Love is I like the chemistry of Scat, Tracy, and even Singletary. And if I bring in Jeremiah Love, if I draft Jeremiah Love at 5, he's getting 80% of the carries on game day. So that means if we run the ball, and we might just be run heavy, it might just happen. We might run the ball 25 to 30 times a game. It's possible that might happen. But if we're talking about Jeremiah Love getting 80% of those carries, you're talking about Cam Scatterbull, Tracy fighting over the last, 10 carries a game possibly? Lions got Pacheco. See, they lost Montgomery and got somebody. Even with a solid running back like Gibbs, they need a solid guy behind him. Charlemagne, yes, Charbonnet. I wanted to call him Charlemagne, but it's Charbonnet, Zach Charbonnet. Don't make fun of me, man. Don't make fun of me, man. Nah, what's up, man? He says, "Oh no, Isaiah Pacheco." Listen, shout out to the Rutgers alum. Shout out to the New Jersey native Isaiah Pacheco. Hopefully he does well with the Detroit Lions, man. Just not against us whenever we do play. That's what I'm talking about. Our name. That's what I'm talking. Scatterbull is the heart and soul of the team. 100%. 100%. And you can't trade that, man. Like, I know for a fact Jeremiah Love is 10 times the running back that Cam Scatterbull is, talent-wise. But I can't look at what happened last year. Even though we weren't winning, we weren't successful, I saw what the team looked like with Cam Scatterbull, and I saw what the team looked like without him. So, and he's also a volume guy. The more carries Cam Scatterbull gets, the harder he runs, the harder he is to tackle, and he breaks down defenses. We've seen it. We saw that first game against the Philadelphia Eagles. He broke the will of the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if Jeremiah Love breaks the will of another team. I don't know if he got it in him. I know he can run around them and run past them, but I don't know if he can. I was about to say something crazy. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't say it. I'm just going to say pause, even though I didn't say it. But I know Cam Scatterable can snatch the hearts out of opposing teams. We've seen it happen, and especially against a division rival, for a Super Bowl contender. And we saw when he was gone, and Dart did his best, and Dart looked good, without Cam Scatterable, but the energy was different once he was gone. And I would hate to have Cam Scatterable on the sideline watching Jeremiah Love. No, I'd rather see him in the games. Is Jeremiah Love as good in pass pro as a Cam Scatterable? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's a fact. Greg T says Scat sets the tone. He on offense and defense, man. And people are telling me I don't care what Cam Scatterable did. No, I care what Cam Scatterable did. I care. Because I saw what he did on the field, and I saw what he did on the sideline, and how he got people ready, grabbing veterans by the collar, going to Brian Burns saying whatever he was saying to Brian Burns. We can't even say it here. Well, we can, but I ain't trying to get flagged or nothing. I try to keep it clean. But the whole point is the heart and soul of the team is Cam Scatterable. I'm sorry. And that's why I feel as strong as I do. And again, I might be wrong. We can get Jeremiah Love and he can be fantastic, but we don't have him yet. And I feel the way that I feel because Cam Scatterable is a giant and Jeremiah Love isn't. Prophet, what's going on, Prophet? He says there's no way Giants get a running back at 5. Man, I'm telling you, it's 50-50 right now within the fan base. A lot of people want Love. Trust me, I understand. Chords and Lyrics says Love comes into the league as a top 5 paid running back if he is drafted at 5. No, absolutely not. He would be. He absolutely would be. Same thing we did to Barkley when we drafted him. And Barkley had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen from a running back. How many games we win? And then people will say the same thing. Well, this team is more, more long than the 2018 team was. We don't know that for sure yet either. This is an entirely different team. This is not the Brian Dable Giants. This is the John Harbaugh Giants with remnants of, Dable's roster. And I do believe that better coaching will have better production. But who's really to make that type of commitment and say that the New York Giants are just flat out better than what they were? I'm hoping so. Greg T says Love's second contract is what execs are looking for. Yeah, I believe that part. Is it Mr. Beffrin? Beffrin says we've seen good running backs be drafted in the 5th and 6th round also. Absolutely. Just think about it's Bijan Robinson, fantastic. You see him killing it out there for the Atlanta Falcons. They still ain't winning no games. They still got a lot of holes. They went and drafted their quarterback. They had Kirk Cousins for a bit too. And they still wasn't winning any games. In the NFC South, Bijan Robinson putting up crazy numbers. And it didn't do anything. It's about the team, man, as a whole, man. And the number one priority for the New York Giants, because we already proved that we can run the ball with the running backs that we have right now. We were top 5 rushing team in the NFL with that offensive line and that running back room. What was our run defense ranked? I'd rather address that if I'm being honest. And then guess what? You got a guy like Mike Washington that might be around in the second round. You got the kid from Washington that might be available. There's other running backs. If you really want to get a running back late, you got the kids from Indiana. You got the other running back from Notre Dame, Price. He's available. You got the Penn State kids that you can probably get, Allen and Singleton. You probably get one of those guys in the fourth. I don't know. Our name says 30-second rush defense. I'm telling you, right? What are we talking about, man? I want the first 2 picks of the draft to be on the defensive side. What my man said earlier, Sonny Styles at 5, Lee Hunter at 37. I will skip home. If we did that. I'll take Downs and Hunter at 37. This defense. I think we're closer to being a dominating defense than we are being just an overall exciting offense, even with Jackson Dart. With the names that we have on defense right now, proper coaching, add some more pieces. If we're able to stop the run. Gangster asks Dash, what do you think about Ioane? Love him. Everybody loves him. Brian Baldinger was just saying that he's the best offensive line prospect since Quentin Nelson, and he wasn't the first person to say that. Todd McShay, and respectfully, I keep forgetting Todd McShay's co-host name. I like him a lot too. He was the first one. He said it before Todd McShay said it, that he's the best offensive line prospect he's seen since Quentin Nelson. If it got something to do with the trenches, I'm not mad at it. I would rather be able to build this defense up first. But if Ioane is the choice, I'm not going to be mad at that. Just get me Lee Hunter at 37. But it's going to be a lot of people that fall, man. With Jordan Tyson falling down the boards, he can go anywhere. That hamstring injury is serious. So you got 2 of the top wide receivers, Chris Bell and Jordan Tyson, that are going to possibly be there at 37. And how would you guys feel about that? You get whoever you get at 5, and then you could possibly also get a Jordan Tyson at 37. Again, I want to do defense first or second round, me personally. Greg T says we're going BPA and still getting the best need player as well. It kind of falls together, that part. It kind of falls in line right there. Because he might be BPA. Sonny Styles might be BPA at 5. Like, in all honesty, I want the Titans to take Love. Because I'm scared that if he is available at 5, we might take him. We might. That scares me. Corky says, are we having any problem with Downs' knees? They still haven't proven that 100% yet. As far as I know, that's a rumor that has not been proven yet. Something that leaked possibly, but it has not been confirmed yet. I haven't seen the confirmed reports about it, and his team pushed against it. The first story that came out made it seem real as hell, and it could be true. They were saying that he was seeking a second opinion. Well, if somebody's seeking a second opinion, that means somebody did see something. But they're saying that he never said that in the news. They don't know who said it. We'll see if he performs at the pro day. He didn't perform at the combine. If he actually, when is the pro day for the Ohio State? Let me look that up. Ohio State pro day. Ohio State already had their hold on. March 25th. Okay, March 25th. So what's that? That's Wednesday. That's Wednesday. So Ohio State's pro day is Wednesday. And if Caleb Downs does not perform at the pro day, then we can pretty much say that the rumors were correct. So I'm gonna give the Caleb Downs knee issues thing until Wednesday, and then, like I said, depending on what happens, if we see him perform in the pro day Wednesday, then cool. If we don't see him perform on the pro day on Wednesday, then we already know something's up. And then if that's the case, peace be the journey. I can't mess with you at 5. It's that simple. So easily we can move on. Vaporizer says, Dash, if the Giants draft Love, they're probably thinking that Tracy isn't here long term considering his age, but he can be a great running back 3 for the next 2 years. I'd rather draft Bain, top interior offensive line, cornerback, or trade back. So that's your order. I'm a big Ruben Bain fan, but somebody had a discussion with me, I think it was Thursday, and we were talking about Ruben Bain. And I'm like, Bain can play the 3-tech. And then they told me that he can absolutely play the 3-tech, but he's not going to be the same Ruben Bain as a 3-tech than he is as a 4-3 defensive end. And I'm thinking it makes sense because when you look at the odd front, and we already know what did he weigh in at? 270 something, 280? Ruben Bain? That's not a 3-tech. That's forcing it. That's really forcing it. And the reason why we like Ruben Bain so much is how he played at Miami. And if Ruben Bain is not going to be the Ruben Bain that we saw at Miami because we're playing him out of a position or out of scheme, then what's the point? And I really thought about it because me being greedy, I'm thinking, yeah, Ruben Bain, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. He's not ideal, not the ideal size. We already talked about his arm length, which I really don't care about because he's just making plays with those same arms that he's had his whole life. But when I think about the scheme and putting him in the 3-4 and possibly playing the 3 technique, or maybe even possibly a 4-eye technique where he's just inside shade, I don't know if he's the same as being head up or being just on the outside of the tackle. So I thought about it. And that's, it makes sense. It makes sense. Willie says, you know what? All these kids coming out, we are watching them play against college kids, not NFL players. Now, that's a fact. But we saw Saquon Barkley play against college kids, and he came out doing what he did in college to the NFL. I'm assuming you're talking about Love. And I think Love can be exactly what he is. I'm just saying for us, I just think there's more pressing issues than running back. That's it. And John Harbaugh might be like, you know what, Dad, shut up. I'm taking the running back. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut up and watch Love, hopefully run for 200 yards a game. It's just so much we can do once it happens, right? But for right now, I could talk and voice my opinion. But once the move has been made, we can't even do anything anymore but be mad or be happy and accept it. Greg T says Caleb Downs may the Schwartz be with you. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. Peace be the journey. Peace be the journey. If his knee, if he doesn't perform at the pro day, then everything they've said most likely is true. There's no defending that. There's no defending that. All right, make sure I didn't miss any supers. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna open up because I done got through all my subjects. We're gonna open up the chat topic. So anything that anybody actually, you know what? How many people we got right now? 241 people. How long the live been going? Live been going almost an hour and a half. I'm gonna check my bandwidth, man. My live mock draft, we doing that, man? Are we doing a live mock draft if the bandwidth, if my internet allows it? In the comment section, give me a thumbs up if you guys want to do a live mock draft, man. Let's see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then it is what it is. I tried. Shout out to my man Tudo in the building with the $4.99 super chat. It says salute and respects to our Jersey Paisano, Big Dash, and all diehard Giants in the building. Greeting from me and all of my. Oh, you got your 4 young sons with you back in Jersey. Shout out to my man Tudo back in Jersey today. Cheers, mate. Great show as always. There we go. Shout out to my man Tudo in the building. Our name says Mock. Nova Nebula says it's all on you. It's all on the internet, if I'm gonna be honest. If the internet allows it, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Give me a second. Let's see if I can get this thing going. Let's see if I can get this thing, and it's moving fast enough, so we might be good. All right, let me go ahead and split that up. Give me a second. A live mock draft. This is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. Bear with me though. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. 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 Okay. Let's see if everything is good. Everything is good. Okay. Let me do it so I can see the chat. Slide it over this way. All right, so I can see the chat. You guys can see the screen. 7-round mock draft, PFF mock draft simulator. New York Giants. We're gonna end it off on this, man. Those I know you guys. My birthday is tomorrow. I'm gonna be 40 something years old. So shout out to me. Let's do it. Let's end it with a bang. Let's end it with a bang. Okay. All right. So we open to everything. If the trade is good, if they call in and the trade is good, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We will be doing trades. I know some people do not like trades, but we're gonna do the trades. I appreciate it. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes and all that. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. 1983 was a great year. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we got Jeremiah Love was taken by the Titans. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can, if everything's loading up for you guys can see the draft board and everything, man. Let me know for sure. I appreciate the birthday love to everybody, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Let's get this mock draft going. All right, so we see, look, we're already in a mess. It's a mess already. Fernando Mendoza goes first. Arvel Reese goes second. Sonny Styles to the Cardinals. Damn Cardinals. Jeremiah Love goes to the Tennessee Titans. We're sitting here with Ruben Bain, David Bailey, Francis Maui, Noah, Caleb Downs, Mansour, Delane Carr. I'm trading back. And also because, again, hopefully the Wi-Fi stays strong. If you see me fading out, if you see me buffering, that's cool. But if I freeze, let me know that let me know for sure. Because again, I can't see my face. I can see the screen. I can see the chat. All right. I'm answering the phone. We got 5 people calling for the trade, right? Cincinnati Bengals is first on the list. If I trade back with Cincinnati, I'm trying to get 10 and 41. Let me see who else is available. Dolphins are also knocking. Calling. They got 11 and 30. All right. And then we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the furthest I want to go back. 15 and 46. So you guys see it. Somebody said the cornerback already. I'm trading back. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm trading back. All right. Chat, we doing this live, man. We're gonna do it live. If it's horrible at the end, we tried, right? We tried. Cincinnati Bengals 10 and 41 for pick 5. We got a 90% chance of them accepting that deal. Now we got participation got to be quick because we're not gonna sit here for an hour doing a mock draft. 10 and 41 for 5. Should I ask for a little bit more? Dolphins of Tampa. Somebody said Dolphins of Tampa. So you don't even want to trade with the Bengals? Dolphins of Tampa. I'm seeing people say trade back for Delane. I'm asking you guys right now. Do you want me to ask for more right now with the Cincinnati Bengals? Right now, it looks like they'll accept 10 and 41 for 5. Should I ask for something else? Appreciate the birthday love too. Shout out to my man Prince. Catch up, people. Catch up. 10 and 41. Ask for something else. I'm gonna get greedy. I'm gonna ask for 72, right? 10-41 is 72. Ask for a 3rd and 27. Let's see what happens when I go with a 3rd and 27. 59% chance of them accepting that. 110. All right, so listen, I'm just gonna 110 or 72. That's it. That's all I want to see in the chat. 110 or 72. If we're getting greedy, let me know. 110. 110 sounds more realistic, right? Because them giving up their first 3 rounds is probably not that realistic. And then, like my man said, it becomes Madden. But it's a mock draft simulator. He said, ask for more. I'm going to ask for 110. 110 give me a 71% chance of knocking this down. Okay. 110. The 110s have it. So right now, and then, just for the hell of it. I'm going to get something in. Let's see if I can get. I'm going to try to get the 3rd rounder in 2027 too. So let's see if they accept that. Boom. Trade made. New York Giants trade back to 10, pick up 41, 110 in a round 3, a third rounder in 2027. We're going to go ahead and resume the draft. So we only dropped back 5 spots. My man said, no, you too late. Mr. February, you too late. You too late, man. You too late. You too late, man. All right. Now, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Luann is going to say. So right now, look at the names. We got Caleb Downs. We got Mansour Delane available right now. I'm going to see who went though. So the Bengals traded up. They took Ruben Bain. Carnell Tate goes to the Browns. David Bailey goes to the Commanders. Spencer Fano goes to the Saints. Francis Maui Noah goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so at 10, if I trade back again, that's not even close to being realistic, right? Right. So now I'm going to ask you guys a question. Let's just say Caleb Downs' knee is fine. His knee is fine. Mansour Delane is here as well, but there's also some cornerbacks that you can pick up. Let's go ahead and look at some of the cornerbacks that are still on the list. Some of the cornerbacks, you got Delane, you got McCoy. Actually, we'll be picking at 37. So you're looking at Colton Hood, Brandon Cisse, D'Angelo Pons, Chris Johnson. Those guys would be in that range of 37 if we went with if we didn't go with the cornerback here. I'm seeing a lot of Ionis. I'm seeing Delane. I'm seeing, yeah, you guys are going crazy. I'm seeing a lot of that. Downs. I'm seeing a lot of downs, right? I'll say the split right now is between Downs and Delane, right? Downs round 1. Okay, Downs. If the people that want Delane really want Delane, y'all better start putting his name in there. You said trade again. Trading again won't be realistic, though. You see that. Go back to 18. Drop back to 18. I'm probably not going to get the guard. If I trade back at 18, I'm not leaving with any of those players that I want to get. That's too far back. That's too far back for me. So we're going to keep this. We're going to stick and pick at 10. Greg T says the Cardinals blew mine up. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not trading back again. So Downs, Delane, Downs. Yo, somebody, I need a trend. We're going to mess the bandwidth up, man. All right. I'm good on the super chats. Got everybody with the super chats, I believe. All right. Delane, Ione, Downs, round 2, Rodriguez. You know what's crazy? I personally, I probably would go Downs right here, but the chat got Delane. The chat got Delane going crazy. Ioane, though, right here. Just think about if you want to protect Jackson Dart, Ioane's here. Sonny Styles is gone. Caleb Downs is a safety. Mansour Delane is a cornerback. A lot of down. Okay, the Downs is coming. You lost, bro. We ain't got to fight in the chat, though, man. It's just a mock draft. Dude's knees are done. All right. Downs, more downs. I'm not taking the full blame. This is the chat's draft. So we doing the Downs have it right now. The Downs have it right now. I'm not even going to mess around. It's way more Downs than the lane. All right, I'm gonna do 30 more seconds, and then I'm making the pick. False reports. That's what I said too, Greg T. His knees are done. Yeah, they haven't proven that yet, man. Maybe we'll do another mock draft next week after the Ohio State Pro Day, and if it performs, we know that his knees are good. But right now, I'm acting like his knees are good. Again, thank you for the birthday love, people. Y'all believe anything on the internet? All right, man, I'm gonna make some people mad. I'm going Downs. Because the chat is moving towards Downs. Listen, we're only doing one tonight, so we're gonna take Downs. We drafting Downs. Let's see what happens. And for whatever reason, I always buffer when I'm going between draft picks. So we drafted Downs. We're picking at 37. There's only one person calling. Who's calling? The Philadelphia Eagles want me to drop back all the way to 54. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. That's not good enough. That's too far of a drop back for me. I hope we get Styles is gone. Willie, Styles is gone already. The Cardinals took him at 3. No, why I said, boo. Listen, hey, take it up with your family, man. We in the chat. The New York Giants family is in the chat, and they chose Downs. Voted. It was voted on. Okay, at pick 37. Again, I need to address the trenches. We got 37 and 41 with the trade back. So we got 2 additional second-round picks. I like Christian Miller here, defensive tackle. I like Lee Hunter more than Christian Miller. We got the cornerback Brandon Cisse. We got Jacob Rodriguez is here too. Well, this is going to be a good one here. But guess what? I got pick 41. I could probably get the D tackle and Jacob Rodriguez here. So I'm gonna ask you guys again. Maybe we can get more of a I guess an equal in the chat. I see a lot of people saying Rodriguez. Some people saying Christian Miller and Rodriguez. I think right now that I can get Lee Hunter and Jacob Rodriguez at 37 and 41. You guys want me to take that chance, or would you rather me take the chance of taking Rodriguez first and then Lee Hunter? Which one you think has a more chance of happening? Is me get it Lee Hunter falling or Jacob Rodriguez? Again, we're talking 37 and 41. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 picks between the two. I see everybody says yes, both. Who do you want me to take first, Lee Hunter or Rodriguez? Hunter and Rodriguez. I'm a big fan of Rodriguez. Both of them all day long. Dash Hunter. Take Hunter first or Rodriguez? Let's see. Hunter, Rodriguez. Dart needs protection. I got something for you with that. I got something for you. Dart needs protection. Hunter, Rodriguez. Rod first. Pregnon and Hunter. You want the guard, huh? The Oregon guard. Right now, the most I'm seeing right now is Rodriguez and Hunter, and it's all about the order. And it looks like people want me to take Rodriguez before Hunter. Rodriguez, right? Yeah, Hunter then Rodriguez, huh? And get me Concepcion or Chris Bell. Chris Bell coming off a knee injury. I can't take him that high. I don't know when he's going to be ready. They say hopefully he should be ready by the start of the season, but I don't know, man. He tore his ACL in like November. God, please, no Rodriguez. Hunter. I'm going Hunter. I'm going to go Hunter first. I'm going to draft Hunter first. All right, Rodriguez is still there at 41. We got one phone call. Get Rodriguez after Pregnon. Well, we can't get Pregnon now. Phone call. Who's calling? The Commanders are calling with 71. I'm hanging up the phone on the Commanders. I'm sorry. I took Hunter. Rodriguez is still there. D'Angelo Pons is here. Let's look at what we got so far. This is what we got. We got Caleb Downs. We got Lee Hunter. You guys want to keep with defense, or you want to go? Let's see what else we got. We got a needed wide receiver. Concepcion is still there. Chris Bell is still there. Jeremy Bernard is still there. Chris Brazel is still there. Said block the number. Block the Commanders' number. Yeah, we could block their number. Lee Hunter or the guard from Oregon, then Rodriguez. Oregon, Pregnon's gone. When I look at the interior offensive line options, we got Pasantes, Rutledge. Again, Rutledge would be fantastic, but we can't take Rutledge at 41. That's too high. Jennings Dunker is considered a tackle, but he's going to project as a guard, most likely. What's going on, Uncle G, man? How you doing? Rodriguez, Lomu, Gold Day. Wheels, no ball. Talking about Gold Day. Jay Gold Day is tough. Let's see. What else? The only reason Pregnon not going round 1 is because he's 25. Damn, I didn't know he was 25. He got good feet, though, man. He can move. For a guy his size, he can move. I like Pregnon. I like the kid Reed out of Texas A&M, too. He might be available later. The sweet spot for me for offensive line is going to be in the 4th round. We got 105 and we got 110. And you got guys like Brian Parker. You got Casey that's going to be available there. You got the guard from Notre Dame. Billy Schrafe is going to be there. So right now I'm thinking Rodriguez, man. I'm thinking Rodriguez. When you look at the corners, we didn't look at the corners. Let's look at some of the cornerbacks. So if D'Angelo Pons was like 2 inches taller, it'd be a no-brainer. He's close to being one of the, if not the best cornerback in the draft. He's up there. Bell is 5, but Bell, like I said, coming off the knee, I can't take him that early. Bell probably falls into the third, fourth round though. If I'm taking a guess right now, Rodriguez. There's also a couple cornerbacks that'll be available. You're gonna have Tacario Davis might be available in that 100 range too. This season, New York Giants will celebrate the 40th Super Bowl anniversary. I hope so, man. Pete, shout out to my man Pete in the building. MKM says this season. Oh no, that was MKM that said that. What did Pete say? Pete said something else. Where'd Pete go? My bad, Pete. How tall is Pons? Pons is 5'8", 5'9", actually. I think he's short, man. He's short. But don't tell him that to his face. Don't tell him that to his face. And I'll say this too, though. If we get somebody like D'Angelo Pons, I think he starts over Drew Phillips for sure. Skylar Bell, a lot of people looking at wide receivers too. Skylar Bell might still be here too. Let's see. You got, Skylar Bell is here. Bryce Lance is here. When you look at 73, you got Elijah Surratt, Zachariah Branch is still there. Ted Hurst is at 97, so he might even be available at 105. I don't think we're as wide receiver thirsty as we were prior to the free agency, but again, these guys got 1-year deals. Check BPA. Well, we already know BPA is Concepcion right now. Concepcion is the best player available. It might be a duo. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna say two names. I'm gonna say two names for the sense, and also Chris Johnson is here too at cornerback. Chris Johnson is nice. So if we really looking at the cornerback, so right now you got Jacob Rodriguez, Chris Johnson, KC Concepcion is falling for whatever reason. Chris Bell I will not draft because of the injury. Brennan Thompson, wide receiver, is lighting the fastest kid out of Texas A&M. Was he Texas A&M? I think he's Texas A&M too, right? He's a shorter guy. Gold Day Rodriguez. I'm taking Rodriguez. I see how many people said Rodriguez. Again, we can do another mock draft another time, but right now I'll take Rodriguez. I think there'll be some cornerbacks available a little bit later. All right. So now we're at pick. We didn't end up getting a third rounder, but we ended up with a second, a second rounder. So right now we have Caleb Downs, Lee Hunter, Jacob Rodriguez. We have gone all defense so far. I think the sweet spot for offensive line is in the fourth round. I see a lot of people saying yes, stop the run. Yeah, I think we will be able to stop the run with these guys. Even Caleb Downs coming in the box supporting the run would help. Lord Templar is saying O-line, please. We definitely going O-line right here. I like Malik Muhammad a lot. Shout out to Dom saying Malik Muhammad. But just so you guys can see, and it is, we got Cage Casey's here. Where the guy? Oh, Billy Schrafe is gone. Where'd he go? No, where's Schrafe at? Schrafe did he go? I'm gonna go offensive tackle and interior offensive line because some of these guys at the tackles will be guards here, which I like a lot. Markel Bell is a huge offensive tackle, and I don't think we're doing that. You see, Greg T said moving too fast. Am I moving too fast? Billy is still there. Yeah, I like Billy Schrafe here. So we're at 105. We got 110. Brian Parker, to me, is very, very solid. Right now, he's a right tackle for Duke. People are projecting him to be a guard, but some people say he can even play center, and I'm cool with that. Let me check the phone to see who's calling. You got the Chiefs with 109. Who else is calling? The Chiefs at 109. Baltimore Ravens at 115. Las Vegas Raiders at 117. So I could trade back and try to pick up an additional. That'd be a fifth rounder actually. Check wide receivers. Let me go ahead and check the wide receivers. Wide receivers are. We got CJ Daniels that's there. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm going to take offensive line first. I think I'm going to take Jacoby Lane. Let me know if you guys are good with Jacoby Lane at 110. It's a little bit higher than where he should, than where they have him ranked, but I think he's good. So let me know. I'm going guard first because there's another guard that I like, Reed out of Texas A&M, that might be available a little bit early. It's too early for Lane. Too early for Lane. Look at this, man. Once you get past Jacoby Lane, slim pickings, brother. Maybe Jeff Caldwell out of Tennessee, but he's a little bit older. I understand it's a little bit early. You got Sturdivant, but that's in the 7th round. I like McAllister. I like Virgil, but I like Jacoby Lane better than all these guys they got in front of them. If I'm going to be honest, too early for Lane. Too early for Lane. I don't know if it's too early for Lane, man. I can still. I'm taking the guard first, though. I think I'm gonna take Billy Schrafe first, and then I'm gonna take Jacoby Lane. Let me know if you guys are good with that. Take the guard first, Billy Schrafe first. He's hitting here at from Notre Dame. Let you guys see it a little bit if it allows you to see it. Good pass blocker, solid run blocker. Played left guard. Also played a little bit of right guard earlier too. And what was BPA? BPA. Let's see. BPA is the tackle out of Miami. That guy's like 6'9", 350 pounds, man. I think we good. He says Lane at 110 if you grab Billy at 105. I think that's what we're doing. Was Logan Jones still there at the center? Somebody said Iowa also has a good center. I think he's gone already. Logan Jones might be gone already. Sounds good to me. Okay, we're going to go with Billy. We're going with Billy Schrafe at 105, and then we're going for Jacoby Lane at 110. Malik Muhammad is still there too, man. Ooh. Let's see. Let's recap. Malik Muhammad is still there. Let's look at the cornerbacks too. Takario Davis at 120. Oof, I won't be able to get him. Ephesians Priceock is there. Julian Neal is still there. We might just have to live with Greg Newsome for right now because we didn't get cornerback early enough, possibly. We might have to live with Newsome. Muhammad is BPA for need. Yeah, no, you're right about that. But then what do we do at wide receiver? I think Malik Muhammad could come here and push to be a starter too, to be honest. Muhammad or Davis. So we thinking cornerback over wide receiver. That's what we thinking. We thinking cornerback over wide receiver right now. So Malik Muhammad or Takario Davis over Jacoby Lane. Let's think about that for a second. Boston is gone, Willie. Willie, you keep naming people that are gone already, man. Denzel Boston is gone. Rather have Davis in our scheme. I can see that. Davis. All right, we're gonna say between. All right, we moving off a lane. We are moving off a lane. Somebody said Drew Allen. That's crazy. We moving off a lane. We going. We picking between corners now. Malik Muhammad or Takario Davis. Which way we going? CB first. A CB going to fall. CB might fall to 145. I know Lane won't be there at 145. I've tried. Lane ain't never been there at 145. So that's going to be the names. That's what we're going to do. Malik Muhammad, Takario Davis, and Jacoby Lane at 110. And then we're going to pray. So I got 2 for Muhammad so far, 1 for Davis. We're going to start over. So even if you said a name already, go ahead and put that name back in there again. I got another Muhammad. I got 2 lanes now. Okay. That's tough. Yeah, I know it's tough, man. I still need a pick, brother. Damn, Lane is still there. Lane is there. We got 1 for Davis, 2 for Lane, 3 for Muhammad, 4 for Muhammad, 2 for Davis, Lane or Muhammad, CB. That is tough. Lane is creeping up. So we got 3 for Muhammad, 2 for Lane, 2 for Davis, another Muhammad. Look like Muhammad's taking the lead right now. Muhammad ran a nice 40 too. He was a lot faster than people expected him to be. Ran a nice 4.40. Lane is late. We got Lane push. Davis, I think Davison fell out. It looked like it's between Muhammad and Lane right now. Lane is creeping up. Davis, shout out to Rev in the building. It's going Lane. Well, come on, Stephen Arsh. You can't do that. You can't do that, Stephen Arsh. I can't count that. Stephen Arsh tried to pull a fast one on me. Muhammad, what's the BPA? The BPA is a tackle. Malik Muhammad is the closest to being the BPA. Corky says Muhammad. Damn. Look like it's going to be Muhammad. Yeah, that's Steve and R spamming Lane. I saw it. Steve, I saw you, man. Come on. Look like Malik Muhammad might have it, man. I said it's between because Davison dropped out of it. He said Muhammad F it. All needed. Yep, Malik Muhammad it is. We're going with Malik Muhammad. All right, we're in the 5th round. I'm gonna look at the wide receiver now since we passed up on wide receivers. You see a slim pickings. Is there a possible Puka Nacua in the 5th round here? I don't know. Maybe. I like Kevin Coleman a lot, but he's a smaller, slot receiver. I like him a lot though. Caleb Douglas a little bit taller. Cyrus Allen. Jeff Caldwell is a taller wide receiver. He's 6'5". He ran a 4.340, but I think he's 25 years old. So that's your wide receivers here. Caldwell from Cincinnati. Greg to you. Wow, man. And Ramadan, I believe, just ended. Take Bell, he's nice. You must, man, Willie, man, you must have paused the live and came back because you were behind. Shout out to my man with Caldwell. Lane is gone, Mr. February. You might, unless you're behind too. We're gonna end this mock draft in just enough time for me to get up out of here. Chase Roberts, the next Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce is faster than that. Chase Roberts, I think, ran like a 4.640 at the combine. I like him though from BYU. He's solid. He's a possession receiver. I like Caldwell too here. Let's look at BPA. Oh, let me get out of there. BPA is a tight end, not doing that. Charles Demings, I have no clue of Charles Demings. Tim Keenan is a big body tackle, defensive tackle. We got Trey Zoon, who could play all up and down the line. Austin Barber, solid. Isaiah World is solid, offensive lineman too. Katron Allen is still here. For the people that wanted love, are you willing to take Xavier Thomas? Ran a 4.28? Did he? Yes, that's right. No. Is that the kid with the dreads? Xavier Thomas? Was he the one with the dreads? Dejon Stribling is nice. Okay. Don't know any of them. Yo, it's crazy too. When you get into this section, I like Nick Singleton. Nick Singleton is here. If you want to add to the running back room, he's a bright spot. He was the fastest at the combine, until Lorenzo Styles showed up. Singleton. Okay, we got people pushing for Singleton right now. You want to add a running back, Singleton? All right, I got 3 for Singleton so far. Wide receiver is what you call it right now. Wide receiver is pretty much Caldwell and Coleman. You got Josh Cameron. Josh Cameron's not bad. Josh Cameron's not bad either. But Xavier Thomas is all the way. Xavier Thomas ran a 4.240. Did he? LSU, huh? Singleton is good, Zep. If not Zoon, Singleton center. Let's look at the offensive line again. Oh, I got my target for the next pick is Reed Adams, just so you know. And then also Pat Coogan is available too, and he is a national championship MVP. Pat Coogan from Caldwell practice squad guys. Somebody said another Singleton. We're gonna go Singleton here. Add some depth to the running back room. That means most likely Devin Singletary is gone. So you trade Singletary for a Singleton. Let's go ahead and do that. We gotta get out of here anyway. All right, the last 3 picks. I'm taking this one right here. I'm taking Reed. at 185. I'm not even going to ask too many people. That running back, I think it's over for a wide receiver, though. I think it's over. When you think about wide receiver now, I think Dane Key is not bad. Tyron Montgomery, small school kid. Yeah. The wide receiver boat has sailed. Yeah. Stribling is gone, man. Stribling is gone. I'm gonna check out Stribling tonight though, because you've been pushing hard for Stribling. So I'm gonna look into Stribling tonight. I think I'm going Reed here, man. Reed is solid. A lot of snaps. Good pass blocking grade for a sixth rounder. I think he's solid. A lot of snaps though. A lot of snaps for Reed. Um, who else we got here? We got well, Black would have been good too. So we have BPA here. Definitely character issues. Talk about Dixon, Vinny Anthony, D line. Let's look at the D line. Zane Durant is an athlete from from Penn State. I appreciate it. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, man. Which Greg T? Which one are you talking about? Did you talk about Vinny Anthony? Vinny Anthony's a edge, ain't he? I think he's going. Skylar Gill Howard's pretty good. He fell. Oh no, Vinny Anthony is here. But you see where he's at. He's ranked. That's too high to take him. There's a linebacker I like a lot here too. Red Murdoch. I like a lot. For those that know, linebacker out of Buffalo. All right, so let's look at what we got. We're gonna review what we have, and we're gonna do these last three picks pretty quickly because we're gonna be all day trying to figure this out. Vinny Anthony, the wide receiver. Which Vinny Anthony are you talking about? I'm not familiar with Vinny Anthony. All right, so we got Caleb Downs, Lee Hunter, Jacob Rodriguez. So Lee Hunter is a big body nose tackle type. Can play in a pinch for Dexter Lawrence, can also play next to him. Jacob Rodriguez is starting linebacker day one. Billy Schrafe, most likely he can start at guard, especially with the guys we have right now. Malik Muhammad will push Greg Newsome for that CP2 spot for sure, in my opinion. Nicholas Singleton, you just add him to the rotation. Maybe that's the earth, wind, and fire you guys were looking for, or we were looking for. Caleb Downs, again, starter over Tyler Nubin. So if you're going to ask me right now, you got three starters with a possible. For those that play spades, you guys know what a possible means. But these three guys, I think, start right away. Billy Schrafe most likely starts. Malik Muhammad is a push too. So we got four in the possible if we talking spades. Four in the possible if we talking spades. You ain't gotta apologize, Willie. You good, man. I was just messing with you anyway. All right, yeah, we're gonna be sitting here for. I'm taking. Let me go close this out. Defensive tackle. I'm looking at. We only took one offensive lineman. I'm adding another guard. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take some charge here because our offensive line is horrible right now. Horrible right now. So I'm taking Reed for depth. I think I'm gonna take. Ooh, I already got a safety though. If those people ever seen Cole Wisniewski, first of all, that'll be. I can't draft three people from the same school. I'm drafting Lee Hunter and Rodriguez is already something. But to go back and get Wisniewski is nice safety. He probably transitioned to a linebacker because he's a big body safety right now. He might be like 6'4", 220, 225. Cole Brevard is a good defensive tackle, but he's another nose tackle, a linebacker's best friend. What do you guys do? I got Muhammad already, Willie. So we riding on that one. I think Durant. I think Zane Durant is going now. I think Zane Durant is going now. I think they picked him up. Let's see. Yeah, Zane Durant got picked up by Washington of all places. Good Lord. Pat Coogan goes to the Patriots. That was going to be another backup for me. So let's see. Best player available is we got a cornerback. That is Dixon. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", played under Bill Belichick this last year. Okay, Kobe Baines is still there, but I think we're good at guard now. Safety guard is no wide receivers left. So we dropped the ball when it came to wide receiver. If you want to take a chance with Xavier Thomas right here, we can do that. Tyron Montgomery is another wide receiver prospect too. Small school, 6'1", 190. Small school, but got, the grades are there. 15 touchdowns this past season. It's crazy, but again, small school guy. Competition he's playing against, you know what it is. Xavier Thomas. I'm gonna take Thomas because people keep saying Thomas. Possible kick return. So is Austin right now that we just picked up. So I'll go with Xavier Thomas. Yeah, we got to get up out of here. We already hit the 2-hour mark. I like VJ Payne too. He's another guy that can play cornerback and safety. Skylar Gill Howard. Okay, so we're gonna get some bad grades, but I like these players. That's the part that sucks. Red Murdoch. If you guys have not got a chance to see Red Murdoch play, check out Red Murdoch from Buffalo. Nice. Styles Jr. Nah, we don't need another safety, man. We got Pinnock, we got Downs with this draft, we got Holland, we still got Newbin if they can get the best out of Newbin. I can't do Styles, brother. Here, Red Murdoch is a nice pick up here. Xavier Thomas is going to get us an F probably, for sure. Just so we can say we have Styles. I like the speed. A lot of people like the speed. Styles, brother. Lord Templar says that's why they're drafting Vinny. Oh man, Jeremiah Smith in 2027. Hey, sounds like a plan for me. Get Dixon effort. Muhammad Durant. Yeah, we just gonna listen. I ain't even gonna stress it too much. What else do we need? We're good at offensive line right now. Defensive line, we got 2 defensive linemen. No, we got one. We got 1 defensive lineman. I'm gonna add Cole Brevard most likely. Again, looks the part. He plays the gap very well as far as making sure that the guards don't get to the second level on your linebackers. And what do you want? You want your linebackers to be able to run freely. Solid depth. When you look at the defensive tackle, the room now is Dexter Lawrence. With this draft, we picked up Lee Hunter. Then it's Darius Alexander, and then Roy Robertson Harris. So I'm gonna just end this off. I was thinking Red Murdoch because I like Red Murdoch a lot, and it's definitely for special teams purposes. Nah, forget. I'm going linebacker. I'm going Red Murdoch. My apologies, everybody. I'm going Red Murdoch, and let's see what grade we got. Oh man, we got 3 rewards, so that's a good sign. 3 rewards. If the thing want to load up, let's see. I think we ended it just in time because the bandwidth is doing what it's doing. All right, let me minimize that a little bit. All right, there we go. So let's see what the overall grade is, A-. So that's not bad at all. We had an original trade back from 5 to 10. We picked up 41, 110 in the round 3 in 2027. Caleb Downs got an A. Lee Hunter got a B-. Jacob Rodriguez a B+. Billy Schrafe, B-. Malik Muhammad, B. Nicholas Singleton a C+. Ahmad Reed Adams got us an A-. That's not bad at all for a guard. Xavier Thomas got us a C. Red Murdoch got us a C+. And there we have it, the first official live mock draft for the Late Night Giants talk. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, man. I had fun, man. I had fun. Shout out, is it? Oh, okay. Is it? Oh, criminal. Kareem. Oh, yeah, your name is Kareem, so criminal. I got it. NY with the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you for the love and support as always. All right, he says, what if we draft Love, package Tibbs, and Tracy for a pick? It's possible. Everything is possible, man. Everything is possible right now. Again, and I'm assuming you just tuned in, so that Love thing, man. Again, I don't want to draft a running back at 5. It's not just a Jeremiah Love thing. I just don't want to draft a running back at 5. But I do understand the people that want to draft a running back at 5. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Shout out to D Mario in the building, Matthew. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Long Island in the building. I remember Long Island in the building. Vaporizer says this is exactly why we need to trade back. The value could be insane. I agree. Our name says nice. Okay, cool. Solid draft. You're hired. I get fired quick, man. This stuff, it's all fun and games when you do it on a live, but in real life, yeah. I talk trash about Joe Shane, but it's a hard job for sure. Managing the team is a hard job for sure. Greg T says, boo for Murdoch. Go watch Murdoch. I will say that. Go watch Murdoch. And I think there's still some time left. He might rise up the ranks a little bit too. But get a chance, go watch Murdoch. Very, very good linebacker, instinctual, all over the place, side to side and everything. Also good size. But again, I don't know. It is what it is. So let me go ahead and close this down. I'm going to remove this. Switch that back out. go ahead and close this show, man. Shout out to everybody, man. It is a dream job to be a GM if you can do it right, for sure. If you can do it right, it's a fantastic. I would love to make a living around football. That would be fantastic to do. I am going Tyon, I'm going to check out the John Stribling too. I think you said that's Ole Miss. So I'm going to check that out. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the live stream, Late Night Giants Talk. If this is your first time on, visiting the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are a New York Giants fan, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. And hopefully everybody had a good time. I had a good time with all you guys, man. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good Sunday and everything in between. And see you guys next week as well. Not sure if I'm doing a pop-up on Wednesday. I might not, depending on if I get a guest on. I do expect to get some draft analysts on in the upcoming weeks between now and the draft. I got a couple invites out and a couple people that should be on the schedule, so you guys should be able to enjoy that. Also trying to reach out to a couple of Giant beat writers that I normally talk to, see if I can get them on as well, be able to answer some of y'all questions there, because we got a lot of questions and stuff. But we had a good show, man. Good family reunion, good late night Giants talk. I appreciate all the love and support. I also appreciate the birthday love you guys are giving me too. Yeah, good night. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows Big Blue Nation. Let's go.